Some fragrances enter a room with a whimper, other fragrances command the entire place. Today I've got 10 different fragrances that will command attention wherever you go. Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. Everything I talk to you guys about is going to be linked in the description below, and today's video is brought to you by Macy's. Thank you, Macy's. I have a link in the description as well to Macy's, which you're definitely going to want to check out because they are running a sick sale right now. 30% off plus an extra 15% off with the code FRIEND. Which that code, I know it sounds like it does, but it has nothing to do with the channel. Hey, friend? So yeah, if you've been thinking about getting a fragrance from Macy's, or really anything, because of course Macy's carries about everything under the sun, you need to definitely go there and take advantage of that sale. Because I don't know about you, but that sounds like a pretty good deal. And I myself also picked up 3 different fragrances from Macy's that I'm gonna give away in today's video to 3 of you out there. So there's gonna be 3 different winners from today's video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. The first fragrance I wanna talk to you about, which is an absolute stunner, a huge compliment puller, my biggest, most complimentedest fragrance from a couple of years ago, Beau Le Parfum. This scent gets you attention pretty much anywhere you go. It projects, it lasts, it is a beast, especially for a fragrance that a lot of people would wear during summer. But it's not just a summer fragrance. You can wear Beau Le Parfum anywhere. It doesn't matter whether it's spring, summer, fall, or winter, other than maybe if it's right in the middle of summer and you live somewhere super hot, maybe save it for the evening. Just because, again, it projects, it lasts, and it is sweet. Note-wise, it's got coconut, pineapple, sandalwood, tonka, and iris. So it's this nice creamy, tropical kind of mix of fresh and sweet together. You can also go with Beau Eau de Toilette or Beau Paradise Garden. Those are good choices, but if you're just looking for one that you can wear all year and you don't mind that it does have that big time performance for summertime, this one will get it done. And as I said, this, one of my most complimented fragrances, period. It constantly pulls attention. And I have a bottle of that to give away. So that's gonna be a little bit later in the video. I'll do the whole giveaway, but I have a 2.5 ounce bottle of this to give away to one of you, and it is still sealed brand new. The next one I want to talk to you about is YSL MYSLF, the Eau de Parfum. This right here, as soon as it came out, basically went from unknown to bestseller like that. Essentially, it hit store shelves and people could not get enough of the stuff, and it still is one of the most popular fragrances today. And one of the main reasons for that is because it is so versatile, so easy to use, and of course, such a big compliment puller. It's magnetic, it draws attention in. The performance is good, not as good as Beau Le Parfum, but for this type of fragrance, it's solid. It's really fresh and clean, classy as well. Note breakdown wise, it's pretty simple. It's got orange blossom, bergamot, amberfix, and patchouli, and it has been just so successful, as I mentioned, that other brands out there have taken notice, and now there have been fragrances that have come out over the past year or so that are kind of like MYSLF-ish, but with a twist. And that's how you know something is really successful, when it comes out and really quickly other brands are making their version of the scent. So YSL MYSLF, you have to know about this one. And of course, mentioning that sale once again, all of these would be great if you want to gift yourself, but if you want to gift them to someone else, they would be perfect as well. So for example, if you wanted to scoop something up for your dad, or if you are a dad and you wanted to treat yourself, one of these would be an amazing choice. At least that is if you want a fragrance that's gonna get you noticed and people are gonna really like, and that you could wear just about anywhere. Yeah, who cares about that? The next choice is an obvious choice. It is Acqua Di Gio, the Eau de Toilette from Giorgio Armani. Now, Acqua Di Gio, the EDT, has been a best-selling fragrance ever since it was released decades ago. Extremely popular, and for good reason. It's fresh, it's easy to wear, it gets compliments. So people buy it, they use it up, they buy it again, they use it up, they buy it again. You can see where this is going. But Giorgio Armani flipped everything on its head, and they changed it. They made it more modern, more contemporary. So if you go to Macy's and you purchase Acqua Di Gio Eau de Toilette, it's gonna be like this one right here. It's frosted up at the top, and then it has a gradient, goes clear at the bottom. That's the new presentation, the new style of Acqua Di Gio Eau de Toilette, and it is not the exact same in terms of smell as the original was. The note breakdown is pretty simple. It's basically citrus, marine notes, and cedar. Also has a little bit of minerality in there. The floral aspects of Acqua Di Gio have been reined in, dialed back compared to the original Acqua Di Gio EDT. Like I said, it's been made more contemporary, which apparently has been a good thing, because if you sort by bestsellers, this one is right up toward the top, one of the most popular out there. And again, not that Acqua Di Gio was ever unpopular or anything, it just has gotten like a little shot in the arm, just a little extra juice. No, not that, that's a different kind of juice. I'm not talking about that. And I do need to say, when it comes to Acqua Di Gio, it's not just the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Parfum version of Profundo, also fantastic, ultra versatile, another one that's a big people pleaser, and of course, Acqua Di Gio Parfum. So if you love that Acqua Di Gio DNA, but you'd rather have it have a little extra density to it, a little extra oomph to it, where you can wear it during fall and winter, a little bit better for the evening, and also great during the day, check out the Parfum. But if you just want the freshest of the bunch, this one right here. And I do want to say once again, if you smelled Acqua Di Gio Eau de Toilette years ago and you thought to yourself, you know, it doesn't smell quite modern enough for me, check out the new version, because again, it has been tweaked, has been changed. The next fragrance is Eros Eau de Parfum from Versace. It's gonna give you that perfect balance, kind of a Goldilocks, you know, right in between Eros Eau de Toilette and Eros Parfum, kind of getting little bits and pieces of each one of those and making it probably the most wearable Eros for more people out there. It's not quite as bubblegummy, not quite as, some people would say, synthetic smelling as the Eau de Toilette. It's gonna give you amazing performance. It does have a good amount of sweetness in there. Candied apple, gonna be one of the first things that you pick up when you spray this on. Also has lemon, mint, amber max, vanilla, and woods. It's the type of scent that you can wear pretty much anywhere. Daytime, evening, amazing performance. And also gotta shout out Eros Flame as well, because Eros Flame, just like Eros Eau de Parfum, extremely versatile, easy to wear. Eros Eau de Parfum keeps a little bit more in line with what Eros was initially established to be with the Eau de Toilette. It's just a little bit more upmarket, a little bit higher quality, a little smoother, just richer, slightly more sophisticated, but still keeping that wearability, that versatility, that compliment factor. Eros Flame, slightly more different, has a little aromatic touch to it, but both of those, can't go wrong. The next one is one of my absolute favorite designer fragrances that's come out over the last number of years. It is this one, Born in Roma Intense. This one, of course, by Valentino, and I do have a 50 ml size bottle of this to give away as well. So that is a 1.7 of this and a 2.5 of this. And there's another fragrance coming in a little bit that's gonna be the third that I'm giving away. So in terms of the notes, Born in Roma Intense has vanilla, ginger, lavender, nutmeg, vetiver. Depending on where you look, it may just be 3 notes. There are so many fragrances nowadays doing that. You already know how I feel about that. 3 notes. That's all you're gonna give me. What do I look like to you? You can give me more than 3 notes, that's all I'm saying. I promise it's not gonna be confusing. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day. What does matter is how the fragrance actually smells. And Born in Roma Intense, perfect. Why did that sound so like aggressive the way it did that? Perfect. I'm a nice guy, you can trust me. So yeah, this one has that balance of fresh and sweet that so many fragrances go for, and not all of them get perfect, but this one, it is perfectly done. Vanilla in the air, amazing. It's intoxicating, it is alluring, it draws people in, it gets attention, it lasts, it projects. It has a nice masculine undertone to it, that woodiness, the vetiver as it dries down. The lavender in there gives it a touch of freshness, but keeps things again rooted in a firmly masculine scent profile, while it does have that sweet vanilla kind of cutting through the entire scent. You can wear it basically whenever you want. Really. Maybe middle of summer, because it does have that push, you would dial down the sprays a little bit, but outside of that, you can wear this anywhere, anytime, and people will go crazy for it. We're gonna keep things sweet, but we're gonna move sweeter. That's right, we're gonna go further up Sweet Mountain with this one, 1 Million Elixir by Paco, just Rabanne. The Paco, they removed that. It's just Rabanne now. But my bottle says Paco Rabanne. Mandela effect. Oh no, they just changed it. It's not a Mandela effect. 1 Million Elixir, as I said, is sweet, but to be fair, when it comes to Rabanne fragrances, I feel like 90% of them are sweet and then 10% aren't. I think that's legitimately about how it swings, like 90% sweet, 10% not. I'd have to sit down and really work through everything, but that's what's popping into my head, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I think more so than any other big designer house though, that's what they're known for. Sweet fragrances that are generally loud and attention grabbing. And honestly, that's reflected in the presentation as well, right? I mean, it looks like a gold bar. They're not really trying to be subtle. Note-wise, it has vanilla and tonka together, so doubled up on that sweetness in the base of the scent. Also has rose, Divana, and apple. Don't worry about the rose. It does not come across like overly feminine or anything like that. It's very easy to pull off. Definitely more of a fall wintertime fragrance, day or evening. Again, that's going to be owing to the sweetness and the performance. And this is one of those vanilla forward fragrances that is enormously successful and popular right now. And there are a couple more to come because that vanilla, you cannot escape it. But that works for me because I like vanilla. So I'm here for it. So 1 million Elixir, you have to know about this one. Again, perfect for fall, winter, nice date night fragrance as well. And with the next one, we're gonna keep it Paco Rabanne once again with Invictus Victory Elixir. Now, if you go for this one, the bottle is gonna look like this nowadays. So this was the original bottle style right here. But basically after Invictus Parfum came out, that new svelte, very modern bottle design, they went ahead and started rolling it out across the entire Invictus lineup. So if you were to buy this from Macy's nowadays, it would look like this instead of this, but it's the same fragrance. In terms of notes, tonka and vanilla once again. Yes, across both of these Rabanne Elixir fragrances, they both have tonka and vanilla. Along with those notes, you also have incense, patchouli, and amber in Invictus Victory Elixir. Now, look at me. I'm the captain now. I love the way Invictus Victory Elixir smells. It is stupid good. It's spicy, warm, sweet, effervescent, sparkling, deep, rich, and it does smell like it took bits and pieces of a number of other fragrances, kind of put it into a blender and mixed it up, and then this came out. Like a little bit of 1 million Elixir, you could say, is in here. Invictus Victory that came out before Victory Elixir. Beau Le Parfum. There are a bunch of different things where you could say, oh, there's a little of this, little of that, little of this, little of that inside of Invictus Victory Elixir. But that does not matter because this is amazing. The sum of all those fragrance parts makes this just one of the best designers out there. It is a must own, in my opinion, and at the very least, a must smell. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The next fragrance is The Most Wanted from Azzaro, and this is the last fragrance, the third of the three that I have to give away. It is a 1.7 ounce size bottle, so it's The Most Wanted, Born in Roma Intense, and Beau Le Parfum. All of them still sealed brand new. So The Most Wanted, it has cardamom, toffee, and vanilla as the notes in the fragrance. You remember I talked about that before, the whole 3-note thing? Yeah, Azzaro really loves to do that. They love it. So this is gonna have that warmth, that sweetness, that kind of vanilla scent profile, like I said, that's extremely popular nowadays. Also has a little bit of a fleeting similarity to Stronger With You from Emporio Armani. My brain just shut off. Stronger With You from... Another one that's gonna be more fall winter time, great daytime or evening scents. I know a lot of people, especially looking at the bottle all blacked out and everything, would say, oh, you know, it's a nighttime fragrance, but absolutely not. You can pull that off easily during the day. Also early spring, smells fantastic. It is an amazing buy. Just as far as the quality versus the price point and everything, it is top notch. Easily one of the best designers out there that you can purchase, especially if you're looking for something that's gonna just draw all kinds of attention when it starts to get a little bit chilly outside. Then we got Spicebomb Night Vision Eau de Parfum. So the name Spicebomb, you would think aggressively spicy, and while there are spices in here, it's not actually as big of a bomb as you might expect. Note-wise, there's apple in here, there's cardamom, mint, woods, and citrus, among many other notes. Compared to the Eau de Toilette, this one is not as sweet. It still has a little bit of sweetness, but it's more balanced. It's also a little bit more buttoned up, slightly classier compared to the Eau de Toilette. Super versatile, great for spring, fall, and winter. Also could pull it off during summer nights as well. But I will say, if you're a younger guy and you're looking for something that's gonna be maybe a little bit on that sweet side, a little bit more on that bubblegum side of things, get the Eau de Toilette. That one might work a little better for you. If you're middle-aged and older, Eau de Parfum. All right, guys, let's do the giveaway. Again, shout out to Macy's and a link in the description to all these fragrances and that sale. Again, the sale 30% off plus an extra 15% off with the code friend. So if you have been thinking about picking up any fragrances from Macy's, this is the time. Do not let the time go past and then you go like, oh, I'll go ahead and pick it up now. Ah! I could have saved so much. Got nobody to blame but yourself now. You're gonna have to live with that forever. Okay, maybe it's not that serious, but still. Okay, the giveaway. So here's how we're gonna do this one. You have to like the video, you have to be subscribed to the channel, you have to leave a comment below, and here's how you have to leave the comment. You have to put number 1, number 2, number 3, and let me know in order which of those fragrances you would like to win the most. So just as an example, if you wanted Born in Roma Intense the most, and then the most wanted, and then Le Beau Le Parfum, you would put 1 Born in Roma Intense, 2 the most wanted, 3 Le Beau Le Parfum. You see what I'm saying? Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pick 3 winners with random comment picker, and if you are the first winner chosen, you will get your first choice. If you're the second winner chosen and your first choice is already taken by the last person, then you'll get your second choice. If your first choice was not taken by the first person, you'll get your first choice. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's how it will work for all 3 of the winners. And it is worldwide. I will cover the shipping, so wherever you are, don't worry. And I will pick the winners, as I mentioned before, with random comment picker. I will post them up on the post tab of the YouTube channel, most likely around the midway point of the following month from where this video goes live. And the winner will be posted with all the winners from this month. So hopefully that all makes sense to you. That's what you have to do to be entered. The final fragrance that you have to know about that would make an amazing gift, Gentleman's Society Ambr&eacute, a newer release. No breakdown wise, this one has sage, iris, narcissus, bourbon, vanilla, tobacco, and sandalwood. It's another one that's gonna be a little bit more of a mature fragrance, a little bit more of like a formal fragrance a lot of the time. But I also think it has more wearability than just that. You can pull this off easily during fall, during winter, early spring. Amazing night out fragrance for sure. But not the type of night out fragrance that's like clubbing, okay? Like clubbing night out fragrance, you're talking more Invictus or Eros or 1 Million. This is more high end, right? So think a little more of a formal occasion or like a really nice dinner, something like that. Just a nicer event in general. That's kind of the vibe of this one. It's creamy, it's rich, it's decadent. It has a nice sweetness to it that's not overdone. Actually, the first time you smell this, you might think, oh, it's kind of devoid of sweetness. But then when you get another whiff, you'll be like, oh no, it's there. It's just kind of mingles through the fragrance really smoothly. And you'll catch these little pops, almost like a little hint of honey in a way. Really well done, very high end. And to my taste, Gentleman's Society Ambr&eacute, the best of the Gentleman's Society fragrances that you can get today. So there we go, guys. There are 10 different fragrances that are absolute stunners. Most of these great performance attention grabbers that will fill up a room. They are compliment pullers, and you have something for every season. Spring, summer, fall, winter, day, evening. And as well, as I mentioned, they make perfect gifts, whether it's for yourself, you know, treating yourself to something, or for somebody else. Remember the giveaway, and good luck with that giveaway. Again, shout out to Macy's, and that sale is 30%, and then friend for 15% extra. Stay safe out there, guys. Take care of yourselves. Good luck with the giveaway. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.